Okay, guys, before we start the show today, real quick, and I know you're probably already tired of this. This is for our listeners that can't stand ads, but we have to play some ads because at some point I've got to pay for Mike and Jason's gas to get over here to the studio. So I'm sorry, it's got to be done. And here's a quick word from Spotify, and we'll get the show started right after this. Hey guys, real quick before we start the show, I wanted to let you know kind of how we do things around here, how we do the podcast. If you've ever wanted to make a podcast, we use Spotify. Spotify's got a platform that lets you make a podcast really, really easy. And then they let you distribute it everywhere and even earn some money if you want a little change, cha-ching in your pocket. And they do it all in one place, and it's for free. That's the exciting part. It's called Spotify for Podcasters. Here's how it works. They let you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or your computer, and then they'll let you distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. And if you want to take your conversations to the next level, they have really cool features like Q&A and polls, and those are the things that really get people and your fans talking about things. So with Spotify for Podcasters, you can also earn money, including ads and podcast subscriptions, and the best of all, like I said, it's totally free with no catch. Ever since I've discovered it, I feel like the options of the Q&A and the video options and the polls has really let me take the creativity of my podcasting to another level. I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started today.
At last. I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole? This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Dice Man Enterprises exclusively presents a talk show that will get to the bottom of things once and for all. And now here's your host for Let's Get to the Bottom of That, three weirdos on a mic. What is happening up in this house?
All right.
Hello.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
That
Let the train leave the station, boys.
That caught me off guard.
Sorry about that. I like trying to mix it up a bit.
No, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Hey, welcome to the program. It's Let's Get to the Bottom of That. It is episode 33, Down the Rabbit Hole, where me, Mike, and Jason talk absolutely about nothing, but we talk about everything.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Episode 33. Anyone who is paying attention on our Freemason episode, that's a very important number to the Freemason.
Oh, that's right. The 33rd degree.
Yep.
Which, by the way, you mentioned that. It is our top episode right now.
Is it? Nice.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry, it dropped.
Isn't it
took.
Bohemian Grove?
It is. Grove took
Still-
over, which
still
I was
number
really
one.
shocked at.
We're all shocked about that.
I'm really shocked. Matter of fact, our top 10, only one has not broken 100.
Really?
So we're growing like wildfire, dude. I'm telling you.
gosh.
There's people out there that love us.
There are, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have an audience.
We do. I have a lot of friends that enjoy listening to us. They have a lot of...
Well, hello, Jason's friends.
Yeah.
And anybody that's friends of Mike
Yeah,
And-
we appreciate you listening.
and my wife. That's the only one that listens of my side of the family. Well, you know, Stacy Van Dam, she appreciated the shout out we gave when we did MK Ultra because of the article that she gave, and I did a shout out. And she posted the story on Instagram and tagged us in it and said thanks for the shout out. So the engagement is out there. So
That's how we do it, man.
it's pretty cool. We are in a new location,
2.0.
as you can probably tell.
Yeah. Studio 2.0.
Yep.
I know I just did a Instagram reel talking about this. I was telling everybody, hey, I got a new location. But who cares, right? If the sound is different, it is. But if it's not, you don't even know we moved.
Yep. So you mentioned your wife. You don't tell all your buddies at work about the show?
Are you
no.
ashamed?
You don't drop that on
Come on,
Microsoft Teams.
Come on.
Do you know where my corporate office is?
Yes.
I'll say you do.
San Francisco, right?
Yeah. So need I say more?
Yeah, that's all we need to know.
That's okay. There might be a small.
There
sect
might
over
be
there.
some hidden. There may.
Yeah, there might be. Just yearning for the truth.
I'm already see if they catch wind of this and I just kind of downplay their home office in San Francisco, I'm already done.
That's true.
That's why I don't leave. That's why it's important, guys, that if your Facebook profile, you never say where you work on your profile. Like, I work at so and so,
Right.
because it's tied to them. And if they look your profile up and go, "Hey, he's saying stuff that we really don't agree with,"
Then you're done.
yeah. Because see, my profile says I work at this podcast,
Right. Or
I'm
if
the
you-
host of this podcast. That's where I work.
Right. And if you want to be affiliated to a company that you don't like, just say that company. So when
Okay.
people say, hey, I don't like this guy or his beliefs, they can tie it back to that company that you don't like.
Yeah, I don't have any employer information on my Facebook. I shouldn't even have a Facebook at this point. I think
The only reason I have it right now is because of this podcast.
like
It's trying to reach folks.
after doing the big tech episode, I have just been kicking myself like, why do I even have a Facebook?
Exactly.
Like, I just
I
feel-
know,
I
What
just
right?
feel a
is
little-
Facebook?
What's that?
What is Facebook?
Yeah.
Well, it was
How
live
is
vlog.
Facebook?
Yeah.
When?
Who?
When
that
is
was a
Facebook?
great intro.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it one of these days.
I mean, today's the day.
Today should be the day because
Well, I'll tell
Let's
you
do it right
what.
now on air.
I'll tell you-
Let's
I
get
don't-
rid of it.
I don't-
Deactivate it.
I don't have it on my phone, so that's
Really?
step
that's
one.
crazy.
That's step one.
Wow. What, you just do it on your laptop?
Yep.
Really?
I got
That's
you. I got you.
Yep.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if you did shut it. So, look, if you look at my profile, it's plastered with
It is.
this show.
It is.
It's like that. They're probably my friends, and I got over 1,000 friends, and I don't know how many people. The algorithm, I don't know how that works, and if it shows up in their feed, but I'm pretty sure some of them go, "Oh my gosh, this again?
Do you know all?
What
of,
is he talking about?"
Do you know all of those 1,000 people for sure?
No, some of them is friends of friends.
Okay, go through them because some of those people might be keeping an eye on you
Oh,
weed
no.
them out.
Well, at this point, I don't care.
on behalf of Big Brother, on behalf of the regime.
The regime.
Okay. Are you talking about the gay mafia?
I don't know, dude, but they're you're looking at your wall. I can tell that you're part of the resistance. And
You can't you?
Yeah, so-
like this guy is on my team.
yeah, so they might be sending you random friend requests of friend of friends.
That's true.
Some
Some
guy who
spies.
has
They can't shut us down at this point, though.
no.
Yeah, we're too big.
The truth's out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We can't be stopped.
Hey, let me just say this. Today in history, 1986, April 26, 1986, they did the test that triggered the nuclear disaster at Chernobyl.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
And that's probably what it sounded like when the engineer hit that button.
Here comes the sun.
Mm-hmm. You know that reference?
I do.
Okay, got it. Ding, ding, ding. Yes.
I love it. I love it.
I don't
It's
know
sad,
why.
but
I don't know
also
why
love it.
this. So let's talk about Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, that's the.
Let's talk
what's
about that's
going
in
on
the
with him?
news
I don't-
today. He got fired from Fox.
No, he didn't.
Are you good? You don't know this?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
watch-
he was breaking news right here,
Dude,
Mike.
I don't watch the news.
I don't either, but I watch YouTubers that talk about this stuff.
I just watch a whole bunch of motivational stuff on
That's
with
good, though,
David
dude.
Goggins and Jocko.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Jocko.
That's important stuff.
You ever seen Here's Jocko right here. Episode 25. What's that? Echo Charles.
Yeah.
It's me. The lights are off. It's just me in a black shirt. Now,
Are you
we're going to
suffering?
talk about how your muscles suck. Because when you look at me, I want to throw up. Anyway, that's Jocko. You
And-
ever listen to
or-
Jocko?
or-
Yeah,
he'll
he's
be
all,
like,
he's all about
Dude,
ownership,
he's-
Are you sad? Good.
yeah.
Good. That's a good day
I
to be
want
alive.
Jocko to come just beat my butt. Just kick the crap out of me.
Yeah. Just
So I would get things done. Have you seen him
You
on
wanna
the
get
floor?
things
You
done?
seen him tumble on the
Good.
floor?
yeah,
Yes.
he's really good at jujitsu.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, he's just sweating. I'm like, I can't get a grip on this guy.
No.
Yeah.
He's slippery.
He's incredibly strong too.
He looks like a horse.
He
Just
did one
strong.
punch. Yes, he did one. I feel like if I grabbed him, I'm like, well, that's steel right there.
That is steel.
Yeah, he probably just feels like
He's a man's man.
he probably just feels like a block of wood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like you squeeze his shoulder, there's
What?
there's like no give to it at all.
Yeah, it's like
Of all the things.
It's just
a block of wood.
He said steel. You said wood.
Yeah, I brought it down.
Hey,
but,
it's yeah. If you grab both of those, it's going to be pretty tight.
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah, but he's all about ownership, dude. You can call into his show and be like, "Hey, my wife left me. I just lost my job. I don't know what to do." He's like, "That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good place to start.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Listen, have you ever heard of discipline?
Yeah.
You've got none.
Get up and run some more. Do it. Yeah, I love him. Didn't you read his book?
No, I have
I
not.
did.
I'm
I read the
familiar
book
with it, though.
where what was the name of that book where he was talking about his nephew came and visited him.
Was it an extreme ownership?
Yeah,
I
that's it.
think so.
Yeah, extreme ownership.
Where his nephew came for the summer and he was like soft, and he just broke into him.
It was a big.
And it was the best. It was the best summer he ever. And his nephew's like, oh, I'm on fire now.
Yeah.
Good. He changed his life.
Yeah, no more bullies.
Yeah.
I was on a this is not Sully. I'll tell you guys this.
Anyway,
No, wait,
wait.
hold on.
Oh, go. Okay.
Go ahead. So this is not embarrassing. I take ownership of this decision.
Take ownership,
Okay.
Jason.
So I listen to motivational speakers a lot, and I was on one, and there an ad popped up, and it was Matthew McConaughey, and he's like, "Hey, we're doing this
I saw that
webinar."
ad. Yes.
Yeah, I signed up.
Did you?
Yeah, it was pretty good. They had Tony Robbins on there. I got to hear him. For
I don't
free.
know why I thought that was you had to go somewhere and you had to pay for that,
You had options to pay, but there was a free option.
but it was all digital. Oh, I thought it was you had to go. They were doing a conference somewhere.
Yeah, they did it live.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And you could tune in.
You could pay.
How
pay.
was it?
It was good. It was 6 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just put my headphone in and
What's the biggest takeaway that you got from it?
Yeah. Was McConaughey talking?
yeah, he had some good stuff.
He's a good public speaker for sure.
Yeah, he had
All
some good
right.
stuff.
All right.
I think one of the things that I really enjoyed and I took from there was a lot of people say don't forget about your past. Don't bring anything from your past into your future. And he challenges us. I don't think that's right. I think you could take the good from the bad from the past and bring it into the future because you've learned something from that experience.
Okay.
And that will teach you for the next scenario, for the next circumstance, for the next challenge.
Yeah, always hold on to the knowledge from the past for sure.
And not even to hold on to the knowledge, but hold on to that suffering that you've experienced because you can go back and remember it and be like, okay, yeah,
Okay.
I was there. I remember how hard that was, and I'm not going to do that again.
I see. Yeah.
I remember how good I felt when I was in that suffering, right? And then I brought it back to the future, right? So that I was like, I like that idea. I like that idea. But there's a lot.
So don't bring the past. Bring the past to the future.
Bring what's beneficial.
Remember your suffering.
Yeah, and what's beneficial and what will help you grow.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a good webinar,
Gotcha.
and yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it, but they had a lot of other things like philosophy that I was like, yeah, I'm not into like
Metaphysical.
like manifest your own.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like if you believe,
Talk to the universe.
right. That's hocus pocus.
Manifest the Lamborghini in the front yard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. No.
That's magic.
Yeah,
That's black magic.
yes, that is.
That's not white magic.
So I am more like Jocko and Goggins, where like you want to work for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like right down to earth.
Yeah, sweat for it.
That's good.
You don't deserve it.
That's good. I don't want you practicing magic, dude.
No.
No,
Yep.
I'm not gonna be into that.
Okay, so my takeaway from that is I'm going to use my past and I'm going to continue my mistakes, just so I can keep my skills sharp.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Just do it again.
Do it again.
Same mistake.
Yeah, just do it again.
Yeah.
This doesn't hurt anymore.
Well, iterative.
It feels good.
There you go.
Yeah, iterative.
There it is.
There you go.
Was that the word of the day?
Yeah, the word of
Say it again.
Iterative.
Iterative.
Iterative. I can't do it.
You got it.
I'm done.
Iterative.
Iterative.
Yeah, there you go. You can
Okay, I said it slow, but I'm not doing it fast.
And each time you bring up your past and you do better, that's a new iteration.
There it is.
Oh, man. So Tucker Carlson got fired
Yeah, he did.
from Fox News.
Pourquoi?
His last show was Friday evening, and they announced, I think, over the weekend.
Yeah, I think I heard about it on Monday.
And he signed an NDA, so there's not a lot he can say about it, but there's been a lot of speculation. And they're trying to spin it like it's the whole sexual thing, harassment. They're trying to spin it like that. There was some person that recorded a lot of one of his staffers recorded a lot of his conversations, but I think it's a nothing burger.
Yeah, I heard some of that stuff, and it doesn't really seem like the reason why they got rid of him. I've heard theories about like how the Murdochs are maybe planning on selling Fox News, and getting rid of Tucker was part of that whole thing. I don't know. At this point, it's just speculation, but I do think it's like a significant thing because, like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Like when you're living through something, sometimes it's hard to tell the significance of that event. But I do think that Tucker Carlson getting fired is a significant event because when I look at the other people on mainstream media, corporate media, legacy media, all these things, no one told the truth the way that he did. He was different from all of them in many ways.
That's true.
Who was telling the truth about, the Nord Stream pipeline stuff? He was harping about that a lot. He was telling the truth about that extra footage from January 6th that they found.
Yeah.
Where it showed that shaman guy getting...
Or nobody else did. Yeah.
Right, and no one else was talking. And a ton of other examples, right? So him now getting kicked out of the limelight, he can go to Substack or something like that.
Yeah,
and
sure.
still have a great audience.
Oh, he can definitely.
Spotify.
Yeah. He'll land on his feet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, but he's not going to like have the prestige of working for. And it's I don't know if that's really like a thing anymore, but I know it's in some people's mind where there's like a prestige if you work for like one of these big news.
I think
media
basically he
outlets.
had the golden handcuffs on him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was still beholden to the corporate
Yeah, he was.
standards.
Yes.
But now he's able to go and let's say he does start his own podcast. He's going to be like Rogan in a way.
Yeah, he'll be big.
Well, apparently he had a secret friendship with one of our beloved people that has been condemned and banned off the internet.
Alex Jones.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had a picture on Instagram. I mean, they were really friendly. They were arm in arm. I don't know if he was at Alex's house or Alex went to his house, but they were like chumming it up. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
He's always been on Alex's side. So
he wrote the review for his latest book.
So that's cool.
Like it's on the back cover.
Everybody's pissed off about it.
Yeah. But
because he's friends with Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is weird to
They probably
that,
think he's the next Alex Jones that'll get canned. Anyway, the View, when it broke live, the ladies on the View told the story, and then they did the wave.
Yeah.
And then Anna Navarro, just a piece of garbage, she started going, okay, everybody, let's sing it. Na, 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 na. Hey, hey. It was very cringe.
Yeah.
And
their entire show is
cringe. It was like, yeah, the whole thing is cringe.
Yeah.
It's so cringy. Anyway.
But the reason why I think it's so significant is because now that he's out, I think the propaganda that's going to get spewed from all major networks is just going to go up tenfold.
I think so because if you think about it, I think Fox is done.
It is.
With its audience because Newsmax, after he left, their viewership went up like thousands of views. Like of course they switched over there. And this is another thing. They were saying because, Fox just settled a settlement with Dominion voting system. Did you hear about this?
No.
Okay, because of the defamation, they took them to court, Fox News, and they had to pay a settlement because they said they defamed their company.
Dominions.
Yes.
They defamed Dominions.
Yeah, because of the reporting that they did, and they're saying that Tucker had a lot to do with that, and that's why they got rid of him because of that settlement. That's another theory going on.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
it was a huge settlement.
Yeah, we're going to see an increase in it, an uptick in
And the propaganda.
in liberal propaganda
for sure.
100%.
For sure. I think he was the last one because to me, Sean Hannity, I think he's a shill, corporate shill.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
I mean,
I never liked Hannity. Never.
Yeah, aside from Tucker, I never really had a reason to watch anything.
he was the highest. He was the highest show.
He was
the highest viewed show on that on any major news network. He had the highest views.
Top
Don
guy.
Lemon got fired too.
Yep.
Don Lemon?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, for what?
He doesn't know. He posted. I'm serious. He posted. He's like
doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He tweeted and said, apparently I've been let go from CNN and I don't know why.
Wow.
I don't know. I watched.
In this past weekend, both of them.
Yes.
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
it is. It is weird how it lined up so much. The last thing I saw of Don Lemon was he was
Crying.
debating that one guy that you were talking about who's running for president.
Yes. The dude was
Vivek.
destroying him.
Dude, I love that
He
guy.
was destroying.
You heard some of his stuff,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah. So yeah, they
Shout
were
out to my father-in-law for
Okay, so I've got these two guys. I'm gonna have to like really study hard, see which one I'm gonna go with. But that guy destroyed Lemon.
yeah,
on
I
air.
saw that. I saw a clip on YouTube. That was
Yeah.
really good.
Yep. So and Don Lemon was like, I can't focus when you're yelling in my ear because apparently like producers were like talking to him through his earpiece.
Yeah, they were probably telling him to calm down. You're fighting. Don't fight with a guest.
Yeah, the producer's saying you're being a beta, Don. Just
Yeah.
They're like, Don, you're actually gonna get fired next week.
beta. Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny. I didn't know both of them got fired.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Don Lemon, I mean, he got fired. I don't really think he's going to bring much of an audience to wherever he goes next.
Yeah.
I don't either.
He
Because they moved him from his night shift to that daytime
To the
slot.
day show.
And then he was always fighting with those women on there. It was a struggle.
Yeah, he should have been probably getting his resume ready the second that happened. When you get moved from prime time to daytime, that's usually not a good sign.
I would just pack my stuff and leave.
if they asked you to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, really? I'm getting downgraded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Like
you need a
Brian
paycheck.
Stelter.
They're like, we're
It's
gonna
like they're all gone.
put you on television when no one's watching.
That's-
Which is at your time slot because nobody's watching that.
What time was he on?
You mean his
during the
prime
day
show?
Sometime.
Like at 1 in the afternoon?
No, it was a morning show.
Yeah.
His prime time?
What,
Well, I
no,
think
what
the
he
prime
got
time
moved
is
to.
at
Oh,
night.
prime time's like at 7, 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Prime
too
time with Don Lemon.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's big.
So yeah, I do think it's a big moment that we're all gonna like look back on and be like, remember when Tucker got fired? And then to guys like us, like the propaganda that's getting spewed, we're kind of already aware of it. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really affect us that much. But I feel like the people who aren't aware of it, it's just gonna get really ramped up. And now there's no voices that are, saying anything on the mainstream that goes against it.
What if we start to see the mainstream just dissipate?
I hope so.
And
That would be glorious.
maybe this is the start of that. And they're like, okay, well,
Yeah, who do
Could
we
be.
got that could emerge? Like we have like Newsmax. They seem to be I don't want to say conservative. It's just they seem logical.
mm-hmm.
And they seem to state the facts
Yeah.
of how they are instead of this whole left slant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's One America
I don't know.
News,
I
watch
don't know
news.
them.
2 of those.
Yeah, I'm not sure who would really. It would be a big vacuum if all of legacy media just, went away. If this is like the death throes of
It
the
might be.
corporate media empire, then I don't know who. It'd probably be like the Blaze or like the Daily Wire. Like those guys might fill some of
Yeah,
the.
see, and that's interesting you say that because you've got this media, and we've covered this on that episode. Was it Big Tech? Yeah, about how 6 different media corporations control all the news. So you got this network, and then below that you've got your Daily Wires, you got your PragerU's.
Young
It's like they're in a
Turks.
different space. They're not network, but they're on the internet.
Yeah, the big independent media.
Yeah.
Infowars.
You got those guys. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I think most people are listening to that stuff instead of
Yeah.
Don Lemon.
Don Lemon. He's
Yeah.
French.
Yep.
He strikes me as French.
Don Lemon.
Don Lemon. Wow. That's interesting. I didn't know that he
Yeah, so both of
got
those guys.
shafted.
I'm glad that we're here for you, Jason,
Yeah. Thanks.
because this is
Where would I
maybe
be?
every week we should go over headlines
Yeah, we could do that.
for Jason,
Yeah, I don't have
just so
time to watch news.
just so he catches up, or maybe once a month down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's a good thing to unplug and not consume a
Yeah.
lot of news. I think that's a good thing. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been just too busy. I haven't had time to.
Oh, I get it. Because hey, here's the thing: how I learned is from YouTubers, of course. YouTubers talking about it, but they also go over this stuff on the networks, but they water it down so bad it's horrible. The way they talk about, well, one of our own has left the network today, because they say it like this: Tucker Carlson and Fox News has decided to part ways.
Yeah. Sounds.
That's how they say it.
Yeah, that's like polite speak.
That's how we decided to part ways.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see Stelter on some show? He was on some show and some dude was like, "Hey, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I know you and CNN, they were, y'all had some issues." And he's like, "Hey, I'm okay. Hey, I'm okay. You can say the F word. I got fired."
Oh my God.
He actually said that, and he was like, "Oh, okay. So you got fired. You know when you got fired? I don't know why.
They don't know why.
Okay.
I mean, that's strange. Beta. Yeah, for sure. Beta. I cannot stand that guy.
Stelter.
Yeah, Stelter. Just
Yeah.
the name.
It
Reminds
sounds.
me of Alka Stelter.
Yeah, he's like
Alka Seltzer.
he seriously is like a little goblin. I don't like
Chill.
that
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Look up.
He
He is like a little orc.
He
Yeah.
is.
Troll.
Little
A troll.
Yeah, troll.
Hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually don't use the word hate, but hate. Double hate.
Yeah, that guy's bizarre.
Yeah, he is.
He is very bizarre.
Well, what is he doing now? Nothing?
He's just rolling around doing like he was at the Economic Forum, and then he's
Yeah.
on these other shows.
Yeah, he was at
But
the
he's
World
just-
Economic Forum
he
talking
just says-
about misinformation.
I want to talk about misinformation because I'm the king of it.
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
course.
And the way he smiles. Oh no, I
Yeah.
can't stand it.
I know.
I like to think that, like, part of the interview process for getting a job like Brian Stelter has, like, hey, let's see how well you can lie through your teeth.
Oh.
And they just, like, give them lies to tell. And
While
just,
showing your teeth.
yeah.
That big old smile.
I can see it through your teeth.
Yeah.
I can hear the lies.
Did you guys? Did I show you guys the clip of Elon Musk with the BBC network?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, when he
destroyed.
just got, they just were trying to get at him, trying to accuse him of having, was it hate speech?
Yeah, that's what the journalist was
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
about.
he was trying to get it. He's trying to call him out, and then he was like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking? Give me an example."
You couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been on there in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
I don't even get on there anymore. Then why are you even talking about it, bro? What are you talking?
Yeah, that's so. They what they did is they tried to back him in a corner, and they messed with one of the smartest human beings on this planet,
Yeah.
and they got owned.
Yeah.
They didn't do their research.
Right.
What were they thinking?
I-
Did they think he was just gonna roll over? No.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking when they brought that up. Especially with nothing to back it up.
Yeah.
Just like a flippant claim that has no basis.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
bizarre.
Like it fell apart with one question. It's like, okay, one example, please.
a fundamental question that everyone basically asks anything when they're accused. Give me
Yeah.
an example.
Yeah. And then they're like, uh-oh.
Right. Well, yeah. Where's the facts?
I didn't think this far ahead.
What do I do now?
Yeah.
I'm asking the questions. And he's like, "You sure?"
Yeah. Seriously, dude.
That was good.
Yeah. Trump was the same way.
Yeah,
He would stop him, and
but Trump was more
he was like,
aggressive.
"That's a stupid question."
Yeah, Trump was more aggressive. Elon, he
That's a stupid
was
question.
calm, collective, and he's just no, just tell me.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yeah, I really want to address your concerns."
Yeah,
Yeah. He knew he
But
had
if
him
he-
in the hot seat at that point.
yeah. It was.
It's almost like that was a question. Would he even have asked Jack Dorsey that question?
no.
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 So it was like, "Hey, there's hate speech, and I want to put you out in the public to say you're not doing anything about it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You big bad man.
Mm-hmm.
How come you're not taking care of this hate speech stuff?"
It's hateful.
Yeah, the hate speech.
And so they're making him look bad, like he's done
The
something
interviewer
wrong.
was being hateful. Think
Yeah.
about that.
Absolutely.
I hate
Oh, he
it.
should have brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is hateful.
Hey, you know what? You just used hate speech right now when you asked that question.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can say how? Well, I hated it.
Hate speech. Yeah, dude, it's weird how much hate speech is talked about these days.
Yeah.
That's a term that growing up I never heard that. Ever.
Never.
I didn't hear that term once. Hate speech. When's the first time you heard that?
2020.
Within the last
Hate speech.
Within the last
I
3 to
learned
4
about
It's
years.
like
speech.
2020.
No, I heard about hate speech growing up.
You did?
You did?
Growing up?
Yeah.
People's in that
Well,
terminology?
You got to understand, I grew up different from you guys. Well, maybe not too much from Byron, but you grew up in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I did not. I lived, all over
Okay.
from California to Georgia to Illinois to New Mexico. So I got a variety of education and a variety of different demographics and cultures. So
And people were saying hate speech back then.
I'm going to give you an example.
Well, he's saying I think Mike's saying the term,
The term.
the
I think
actual
it's more
term to
prevalent.
define what somebody like. What would you like? Let's say, okay, not the liberal thing of hate speech, but what would you think hate speech is?
Like if I had to define it,
Yeah, not the liberal. What they use, because they use anything.
what do you mean?
Like they say,
Yeah,
they say if I misgender Jason, that's hate speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say anything that offends somebody is
Like if
hate
I
speech,
say
right?
And that's hateful.
homosexuality is immoral, that's hate speech.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
See, so that, but to me, I think hate speech would be, I hate you. just, I hate you. Isn't that hate speech? I don't
hate
think
speech
there's,
for me is like, calling all Jews a certain, slur.
Yeah.
Right. That's
like
what
all Jews are rich.
So hate speech is
Is that what you mean?
directed towards like the group rather than
Okay, the
individual.
group.
Right.
Oh, gotcha.
derogatory.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
that's what I think. But I don't know.
You can say it to an individual, but you're throwing a broad brush.
So
over
what?
it.
So now that we've had that, so growing up, you heard a lot of this toward groups.
People are like, "That's hate speech."
No. I was taught like in school, like hate speech.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Really? Like what?
Yeah.
That is
Like,
interesting.
just an example I just gave you.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all
yeah.
Jews are blank.
Blank. Yeah.
Okay, I
blank.
got it. I wasn't taught that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we call that anti-Semitism.
Is that
Yeah.
right?
They just said anti-Semitism. or
Anything
yeah,
is
so, I mean, but,
everybody's
um,
anti-Semitism.
But like African Americans, fill in the blank, right? Fill in the blank. With
I think
these
that was
broad
just being prejudice.
yeah, sure,
Yep.
sure, absolutely.
So maybe
Yeah.
that's a synonym for hate
Maybe that
speech.
is, yeah, being prejudiced. You're prejudging a group of people based on characteristics that you think they do. The whole group does.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
yeah. What else? What else is in the news?
Well, apparently, Supreme Court Justice John Roberts refuses to testify before Congress.
John Roberts.
Why would y'all ask him to testify? It's weird.
John Roberts.
He's a Supreme Court justice.
Uh-huh. Is he being investigated for something?
I don't know. It just says Chief Justice informed Senator Dick Durbin. Well, that's a name right there. Is that a porn star? Dick Durbin? My gosh. Where do you? And Lindsey Graham, he said he refused on April 25th. Durbin, I think I heard of Durbin.
Yeah.
He's the chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, urged Roberts to answer questions under oath at an upcoming public hearing. The hearing will go over how justices are falling short of ethical standards expected of other federal judges.
Ethical
So
standards.
come and get in front of Congress and let's talk about how bad you are
Yeah.
with your ethical standards. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Those never
I'm
go
refusing.
anywhere anyway.
Right.
You know,
What are
it's-
they for?
Yeah.
It's
It's a
just
show.
you're wasting my money.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
like
show.
how many times did we get Anthony Fauci out in front of
Oh my gosh.
Rand Paul
Tony.
and he just got destroyed and then nothing ever happened to him.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you do any
Senator
gain of
Paul, you don't know what you're. I tried to do a Fauci, but it went. I went Mafia on it.
You did.
I couldn't
Well,
go there. He's got this
Close
weird.
enough.
Yeah, he's got this weird. You don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You try it.
No, I can't. I'm not even try.
Remdesivir.
That
there
was
you go.
pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You've been working on that one.
That's just a word I've heard him say a lot. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Poor guy.
we didn't do any gain of function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology Center in China.
And then Rand Paul reads the definition of gain of function.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was
It's
strange.
ridiculous.
It was strange.
Yep.
I couldn't believe what I was watching when I saw that. Good thing that he's out of here.
Yeah, he's out of here and pseudo retirement or whatever he's doing.
Did they fire him or he just left?
He retired, I think.
Retired.
He did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rode off into the sunset.
Well,
As a hero.
Yeah.
the
There's
liberals.
children's books about him.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, dude.
What?
I went to Target with my wife, and we were in the
No.
kids section. Yeah, dude. If you Google it,
here we go.
and type in Dr. Fauci children's book. There.
Also, Mike lives in a very democratic area
I do.
of the city.
Uh-huh.
do?
Yeah.
he does.
I live in the heart of Liberalville.
Yeah,
Are you serious? I didn't know that. Where's that at?
Absolutely.
I'll tell you the part of town. I'm there.
I already gave it once. We don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
For our listeners.
I forgot about that. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, dude.
How a boy from Brooklyn became America's doctor.
Yep.
And then there's
Wow.
a little golden book biography. That's disgusting. And he's got a mask on the cover.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my. Can you get more cringe?
Dude.
Who is reading this book to their kids?
The liberals.
Dude, there are people who have gotten tattoos of like a Band-Aid
No.
on their shoulder that says like Johnson & Johnson, like the day they got their COVID vaccine. A tattoo of that.
You're done, dude.
Yeah, like
You can't take, well, you can get it grafted off, but
I
still,
guess so.
you made a huge mistake.
yes, dude. Like,
It's weird.
yeah,
It's
there's
weird times, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I almost got a tattoo when I was in Branson, but we walked out at the last moment because the artist it just wasn't what we wanted.
Mm.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to let my daughter design it, and I'll come to a local guy here.
okay,
Almost made a huge mistake.
Well, good thing you didn't do it.
okay, yeah. I think that's a good decision. Whenever you walk away and just give yourself more time to think about it, that can only be a good thing, right?
Right.
You know.
Well, what it is Susan and I want to get the infinity symbol on our wrist with her name on mine, and my name on hers,
Gotcha.
and then the date that we were married.
So sweet.
So yeah, so
it's sentimental,
yeah, so anyway.
just like the vaccine Band-Aid.
exactly,
tattoo is very
exactly.
sentimental.
But this means more
It does.
than a vaccine Band-Aid. That is so weird.
I can't believe you haven't seen those. Yeah,
I gotta look it
I think
up
I
now.
saw it on like.
I want to get my social security number, but in barcode on my wrist.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then you can boop at Walmart.
Yep.
This is my driver's license over here. This is my social here.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you never have to.
Hold
do
on, I'm
anything.
looking
Yeah.
that up.
That's the exact convenience that they're gonna sell microchips to people with. They're gonna be like, "Yeah, dude, put this under your skin. You don't need your keys. You don't need your wallet."
I mean, it does sound nice.
Yeah, it sounds like a convenience, but
You'll never get robbed.
what does that mean?
Oh gosh, here it
like
is.
robbed of your keys?
Yeah, your wallet.
I guess so.
Yeah. Mike, do you
Oh,
have
there's
any
this
tattoos?
huge. We can do it with a mask on somebody's arm.
Yeah, dude, that's how deep this went for some
That's somebody put Novaks.
That's just as dumb.
Yeah,
Oh no, somebody's got two people in a mask and they're kissing.
like just touching masks.
Yes.
Yeah.
On a tattoo.
I've actually seen that in real life. I saw a mask kiss in real life once.
Stop it.
Yeah, I
Did you
I did
where
see
do
it.
you see all
Please.
this
I
stuff?
have seen it, dude. I've
in
seen
his
it.
town?
Yeah, in the sound.
When I'm in the store, I people watch when I'm in there, so
Dude.
I'm always looking at people, and I've seen it.
Do you ever see like nowadays? You like because I saw it today. You'll look at somebody driving. They're wearing a mask. You're like, are y'all still doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they'll be by themselves. Even
Yes.
sometimes. And it's just like,
And I think what is going on in that brain?
yeah,
That's a lonely life to live.
it is. Or
What
they'll-
liberals?
Yeah.
Or,
yes.
or they'll be out in like a national park or something, like by themselves on a hike. It's just like you're missing like a big part of this experience.
Right.
Keeping
But
that
they're
mask
struggling to breathe through like
on. Yeah.
Do
Take
y'all,
out- take
do
down
y'all
the
ever
mask.
do you ever think like, okay, I see mask liberals, no mask conservatives. Do you ever think of that?
No, I think
I think
Yeah.
of that.
No,
For some
that's-
reason, I don't know why it
I-
goes in my brain like
I
that.
see masked crazies, unmasked, normal people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Some,
I got you.
Some guy in a mask almost ruined something on my honeymoon. We went up to
What?
this. It's called Mauna Kea. It's in Hawaii. You basically
get to Hawaii.
get in a bus and it drives you up like to the highest point in Hawaii. And this one kid was wearing a mask and didn't want to take it off. He's the only one wearing a mask.
And he couldn't breathe because of the altitude.
Yeah, and he couldn't. He was struggling to breathe because the altitude change was like basically on the verge of having like a health issue because of it.
Do you know what you should have told the kid? Hey, go scuba dive tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah. See how you feel.
yeah.
Wow.
And this kid, dude, like he ended up taking off his mask, and he had to get to the brink of like
Death.
seriously having like some complication. And the reason I say it almost ruined it for me is because they would have to drive.
Because you got to watch it.
No.
I had to watch this kid.
Yeah, they said, hey, if we have to load him back in the bus, we're taking everybody back down, and no refund.
Oh,
So,
that's big.
Yeah, so I was like, take the mask off, dude.
What?
Yeah, I told him that. I was
You
like,
did? Good
yeah.
for you.
I was like, take the mask
Dude,
off. I was
you
like,
can't breathe.
I was like, we're outside and you can't breathe, so take it off.
And he took it off.
Yeah, he did.
Good for
how
you,
old was
Mike.
he?
You educated
How
somebody.
old was he?
Yeah.
He was probably about like 25.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Oh, wow.
and then after that, he like was a normal person for the rest of the time.
Take the mask off, or I'll come and take it off for you.
He was a normal person when he had a. Oh,
Yeah.
this is normal. This is
Yeah, seriously. It's like the blinders.
how the other
came
half
off, dude.
live.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, as soon as they start talking like, hey, we're all gonna have to get back on the bus and it's over. And your money all sales final. That's okay. Now it's
Now
past.
you're ruining me.
Yeah.
Did your wife, was she like, Mike, don't say anything?
No.
She strikes me as like, oh, don't make a scene.
Yeah, she wouldn't want to make a scene, but we didn't make a scene.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You whisper to him, take the mask off, or I'm gonna break your legs.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you whisper to her?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. I
Nothing.
told him he looked really good in the
Yes.
mask.
Yeah. Everyone was like kind of on the same page except for him. And so
But he was the only one.
yeah, he was the only one.
Was he in relatively decent shape?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
So weird.
Yeah.
He just didn't have a spine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It just shows like
Mask, no spine.
No spine.
No mask,
Yeah, there-
spine.
there you go. It just shows the propaganda, dude, the power of it. So
Oh, it was huge.
yeah. So
I mean, half the country was like, "Oh, lockstep."
Yeah, it was crazy.
Please tell us where to go next.
yeah.
Please tell me what to do next.
Now
Because I
it's
don't know anything.
now it's kind of like all over for the most part. Like
totally.
you don't really have to go anywhere and wear a mask these days.
Hospitals.
From what I've seen, they still do it.
Doctor office.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doctor's
Which
office, they're not doing it.
ticks me off when I go in there. I'm
Kids,
like,
yeah, when I take the kids.
Oh, really? They're
Yeah.
doing it
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
still? Okay, yeah. At the one I've been going to, they don't do it.
and when I'm in the room and the doc comes in,
Then they
And-
put it on.
they're like, "You take that off." They'll do a roll eye.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you take that off. You're in here. It's just out in the hallways.
Yeah.
Like almost like they can't stand the corporate thing
That's
that
the
they
bureaucracy.
Yeah, they can't stand it. Like it's just what we got to do. I just work here.
Yeah, they're controlled.
Yeah, dude, that
absolutely.
sucks. That would drive me to do like a private practice if I were a doctor. I'd be like, you know what? I'm not working for a hospital system or anything anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm making my own rules.
Yeah, definitely.
Seems more fun.
It does seem more fun.
Yeah,
It does seem more fun.
but more risk.
Well, other news: Disney is suing Governor DeSantis
I did see that.
Yeah,
for
that's
government retaliation,
that's been
whatever that means.
That's been sort of like an ongoing feud between them, right?
I think so. He's like, well, he did shut them down from being whatever they called them. I forgot the name. There's a technical name that they called themselves, where they didn't have to pay taxes.
Right.
I forgot the name of it. It's kind of
Yeah, they're like their own entity.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
like a church.
something like
Yeah.
that. And he broke that down. Now they had to
Church
pay
of
tax.
Disney.
The
Yeah,
Church of
definitely.
Disney.
The Church of Disney.
Oh, President Biden officially announces his 2024 campaign.
Yep.
Yeah, I did see that.
Officially.
Okay, let me tell you about this. Every Democrat that I've spoke with, they said that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
Exactly. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Nothing.
Every Democrat that I spoke to said,
Oh,
"This is-
really?
this is terrible. He is going to lose. He is going to lose. It doesn't matter who runs against him. He's going to lose."
Yeah. I heard
Well-
they're not even going to do Democratic debates
Okay, well, let's back up here for a second.
What do you? Because he can't do
Please.
it.
because he can't debate. So RFK Jr., he's someone who announced he's running on the Democratic side. They're not going to have him debate Biden. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah. And anyone else who's announced because Biden can't debate.
I wonder if they're going to
Okay,
get rid of the
let's-
presidential
The DNC
debates.
is just circling the wagon around Biden so he can land all the way up to they'll do that debate for sure.
Why? Who knows?
Wait, okay, let's back up here for a
Yeah,
second.
there'll be another pandemic and
Let's
they'll cancel
just
it.
let's back up for a second. Okay, let's talk about 2020 because he did debate then.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, are we saying he can't debate now because it's been 4 years
He's
and he's
declined.
worse?
He's declined.
He's worse than he was in
drastically.
2020.
Yes, he's declined drastically.
For
Okay,
sure.
now that you said that's a bad idea, why is it different now than it was in 2019 or 2020?
Why is it a bad idea that?
Why is everybody know? Oh, it's a bad idea now. Why all of a sudden it was a bad idea then?
It was, yeah.
Sure.
You don't have
Why
to
is
get
it the Democrats think that now? Because he's on stage going,
Trump derangement syndrome.
Exactly.
"Oh, really?
That too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay." It was like, I can't stand Trump.
they're
Let me
like-
vote for this mushmouth.
They would vote for a corpse before they would vote for
They
Trump.
they are.
And
That's
they basically
sad.
did.
They are.
They are.
Right.
So
Crypt Keeper.
It's so okay. So it's worse than it was in 2020.
You're saying as far as mental, it's worse. Okay.
All of the above. You name it.
Because he was all feisty. Remember when he called those people pony horse?
Yes.
And that one guy, he was about ready to go outside and fight, even though he would have lost. But he was still.
At least he had something in him.
He was.
Yeah. At least he had some kind of gumption.
But that's gone.
No.
Okay.
It's so apparent how much of decline he's had that you can't. A sane, let's just say this, sane person looking at him and be like, oh, yeah, man, he's gone. He's not there anymore.
Yeah. Right.
He's not there anymore.
All right. Okay. I understand that.
I mean, I'm sure they'll still vote for him because he's,
vote blue no matter who.
Yeah.
Because that there's people that do that.
Yeah. And if it's going to be him versus Trump again, which looks like that is a very real possibility, right? I don't know if the Trump derangement syndrome wore off. I mean, I think it would be the same thing. They might be like, well, it's the country's better off now. They would
don't want
say
Trump
something
to
like
win.
that.
Well, listen.
I don't want Trump to win.
Well, listen. Look how many votes Trump got in 2020. He got more votes than he did in 2016.
Right.
It didn't matter because they cheated.
What's your proof?
Yeah.
There's video. There's video proof.
Yeah, I know.
It's on video.
We've
so I don't care what you say, YouTube. It's on video.
Yeah,
mail-in ballots. That whole spot. Did I send you that link about? Yeah, I think I did. I sent both of you the link to the. It's called
2000.
Here's the evidence.
Oh, here's the evidence.
Here's the evidence.
Oh, I haven't watched it. I'll check it out.
Yeah, check it out. It talks about that huge spike on that night and how it went up, and they talk about where the numbers came from.
Okay.
It's very interesting. I mean, it's basically everybody's like, "Where's the evidence?" Well, that video is like, "Here's the evidence."
Okay.
And of course, they'll try to memory hold this video. That's why I think I put it on my Facebook page. Anyway, I thought I sent it to you. And it was called Here's the Evidence. So listeners, go check that out. If you want evidence of the 2020 election being stolen, go watch the video. Here's the evidence.
I know there was like a group of 3 brothers that were suing the United States government and were calling for basically every single person in Congress to get, kicked out because they never did an investigation over the election.
Yeah, and the judges would never hear the cases because they said there's not enough to stand on.
Interesting.
Not enough to stand on. Okay, so the judges wouldn't even hear the arguments.
Right.
Well, it's almost like they were corrupt too. So
I mean,
anyway, what was I talking about?
Whenever
I'm deep in the rabbit hole right now.
Trump and I don't want him to run. I think he'd be doing the country a disservice if he ran, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think so because
yeah,
I think so. He's kind of lost me on some stuff. So
I
don't like the fact that he bailed out Big Pharma. I really don't like that.
Yeah, and he won't stop trumpeting the medicine, we'll call it. I'm using a euphemism, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The poke.
Yeah, and like even his crowd is like boo when he brings it up. He's like, go get it.
No, wait. It's not all bad.
Yeah.
It's warp speed. I'm like, it was the fastest ever. Yeah, they did boo him. Like, I mean, if you can't, when you hear your bass start booing you, you should go.
Yeah, read the room.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yep.
Maybe I did do something stupid.
Mm-hmm. Well, some of those people probably got fired from their jobs and stuff after Biden took the reins and made all the companies like force people to get it.
Get vaccinated.
Yeah, so they don't want to hear him saying that because it's like, dude, you don't know like what we've been going through over this. So
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
So that's why I think a lot of other people that are more worker based,
Vivek,
bottoms up movement instead of kind of elite people that really don't care about you or what you're doing on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vivek could be a really good candidate.
It should be a workers' revolution.
Yeah, I've been looking into him ever since you brought him up to me. I wonder if it's kind of just going to be like a 2-horse race, though, like if DeSantis announces, if it's just going to be DeSantis and Trump and everyone else is kind of...
I think that's what it's going to be.
Because I know that happens, like pretty much with, I guess, either side of the aisle. It's like people can't focus on more than 2.
So who was the 2 candidates for the RNC last in 2016?
Oh my gosh, there was a ton of them.
But who was the main 2? Like
Ted Cruz and Trump.
Ted Cruz. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The blobfish monster, Ted Cruz.
What?
Yeah, he looks like somebody put his face in like one of those under the
Is that why he grew the beard out? People were making fun of him?
Yeah, because he looked like a
He looks,
blobfish mouse.
he looks better with the beard.
He does look better.
Yeah.
I thought he was like probably a better public speaker and like a better orator than Trump was, but yeah, Trump is just such a bulldozer.
Yeah.
It's hard to go up against him.
He was. Yeah, Trump would make fun of his wife and his dad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, it's funny, but it's kind of like, man, that's.
And he was
It's funny, but it's a douche move.
Yeah.
he was telling people, he was like, yeah, I've talked to some constitutional lawyers and they're actually not really sure if Ted can do this. He was born in Canada, they think.
We need to see his birth certificate.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
He was funny.
Oh, he's very funny.
Very entertaining.
He's a very, very funny person.
But I don't think he should run. I mean, I don't think he should be president again.
And he might not be.
Yeah, I think
I think it's going to be an interesting race.
He's going
I
to
can tell you
run.
that.
He's for sure going to run, but like there's like so much that'll happen between now and then that like who even knows?
Yeah.
With all the stuff, like the legal stuff they're dragging him through and all these other things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who knows?
But yeah, I agree with your.
Well, that's next year though, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that happened so
It
fast.
happened fast.
So 2020. So November.
Yeah.
That's election time, right?
November-
So you inaugurate 2025 January.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They should start campaigning like this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should start getting some donations.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, the whole COVID thing with the mail-in ballots is that did they squash that, because that's a horrible idea.
I hope so. I hope the widespread use of mail-in ballots is
That's just
a thing of the past. That should always be we should never do that again.
yeah. And the only reason they did it was it pushed because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that seems kind
Well,
of
what's
that
gonna
seems
be
kind of
accused now?
orchestrated to me. I'm just saying off from the surface level.
Are you connecting some dots?
I'm
dude?
just saying when things happen and different random events, but then you're like, oh wait, this kind of makes sense. Oh wait, over here, and you connect them, and it seems like it's not so random.
Yeah, dude. Seriously. And I agree with your friend that was like, I don't think it's a good idea for Biden to run again. I don't think Biden's going to win a re-election campaign.
No, he won't.
Well, what can they do though? I mean, he's the sitting president. Isn't he supposed to run?
Yeah.
Or can you bail out?
Yeah, he can say I'm good.
Yeah, he could say, hey, I'm going to be
With my
82
family.
or 83.
So
or
he
however.
could bail, and then just the next Democratic guy would say,
Yeah, he could
"Hey,
just
I'm going to take the place."
Yeah, he could just endorse somebody.
Okay.
That's
He
younger.
should do that then.
Yeah, but he's not going to, apparently. And he doesn't really have anything to like brag about.
No.
Like what can he really brag about?
I tore the wall down. I stopped the wall.
Yeah.
My first day in office, I stopped the oil pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, yay me.
A lot of LGBTQ stuff.
Oh
he's
yeah,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, a
Dylan
lot about-
Mulvaney, he's in here. We got him. Here's some Bud Light.
The lady dude.
Yeah, they got Rachel Levine.
Yeah, Rachel Levine
Yeah,
up there.
she's like in the cabinet. There's some other guy who is
He's
like,
gonna win now.
I don't
I'm
think
just
so.
kidding.
Yeah, yeah. There's
I'm just saying that's all the stuff he can brag about.
That's it.
definitely
Yeah.
can't brag about like what's going on in Ukraine and like all that stuff.
Well, he can brag about the trillions of dollars we sent.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Look what I
actually-
did.
It looks like it's actually getting embezzled now, right? Wasn't that something that came out as part of those leaks that
Ukraine embezzling money?
Yeah.
Like that's happened before?
like $400 million or something, which is probably on the low end, went missing. Like
What?
Just went through Zelensky's hands and went who knows where.
Who's cooking the books over here?
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you can't really brag about that because we're basically, throwing money over there, doing weird stuff with NATO. There's no clear objectives. There's no.
Yeah, you're blowing up pipelines underwater.
Yeah, seriously. And totally trying to memory hole and lie about that story.
Yeah. Oh, and my son's still doing crack, by the way,
Yeah.
and sleeping with whores.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, do you want to see his laptop?
Can't.
I got.
You can't.
Which one?
Yeah, which
Yeah, he brought in like.
I wonder who
three
still
of them,
has
didn't he?
that. Because Jim Jordan said he had a copy. No, I'm sorry, not Jim Jordan. Matt Gates.
Okay.
But I mean, nobody ever does anything.
Yeah.
They just
all
say
talk.
stuff,
Yeah.
and we're just sitting here working 9 to 5,
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying to live our lives, and then we got all this other stuff going on.
And our quality of life is just being eroded by
Yeah,
terrible leadership, hyperinflation, basically.
terrible food.
Yeah.
But we know the end game. We know where this leads. We know
Jesus.
that too, but also the one world government.
Yeah.
That's the agenda.
That is the.
Who do
agenda.
you think? Okay, let's break that down for a second. So, if we did have a one world government,
Uh-huh.
would it be the UN? Is that would like the headquarters, or who would head up this thing?
They're definitely a part of it.
You know
Well,
what I'm
it's
saying?
gonna
It
have to
can't be America.
No, it's gonna be a leader from Europe.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
And we'll just kind of like, okay, our allegiance is to you now. We're going to dissolve the United States. Our country is now under this world government.
Yeah.
I think the U.S. will still be like an entity. We'll still refer to ourselves as the United States, but as far as the Constitution is concerned, they would be overridden.
It'll be scrapped.
It would be overridden by the global government.
Gotcha.
They would have it there like in name only, maybe, or they would just get rid of it.
And you think their governance would be communism, or how would they govern?
Kind of like the Galactic Republic, and each planet had their own set
Oh.
of rules.
Okay, I'm
Right?
following this.
But the Galactic Republic was the broader, like encompasses all of the galaxy. Star Wars reference.
I know.
Yeah, sorry.
I know.
So
I'm following.
I think that's why. And then they'll have Biden as the.
He'll be like
the
a senator,
No, a chancellor.
a
and he'll say,
chancellor of
"I
the
am
United
Senate."
States.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm tracking with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or whoever gets appointed
Yeah.
chancellor of the United States.
It won't be good though.
No, not at all. Because currency's gone.
Yeah, we're gonna have some central bank
Probably
digital
chipped.
currency.
We'll be chipped by then.
I think they're rolling out central bank digital currencies in October in Europe.
Yes, I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so their basically financial freedom is gone there now. No transaction goes unsniffed at that point.
Yeah.
They'll know exactly. It's cash.
And then that'll go to like what you're talking about with your what was it, carbon score?
yeah,
No.
then they can start tying that in
Yeah.
to anything.
And they will
want.
because they do that weird hippie stuff over there.
Yeah, 100%. Like if you buy something, they'll attach carbon credit scores to certain things, and certain things will have high scores. So, and you won't be able to go on vacation. All sorts of things like that. It's going to roll out if that's like a widespread thing. People will.
Okay, we got to fight this.
Yeah, people will
You
fight it.
can't. You won't
We
be able
can't.
to.
So just roll over.
Yeah.
What do we do now? Why are we talking about it then? If there's nothing we can do.
There's some African nation where they tried to roll out some central bank digital currency, and they did like a successful job of rebelling against it. So I'm holding out hope.
No, I don't. I
They
think
probably
it's-
have.
I'm
Fewer,
on Mike's team. I like the hope.
They probably have fewer sheep than we do.
Jason, come on. You gotta.
No.
You gotta remember. You have to make it hard for them to kill you.
No, this is not the way. Okay. And guess what? I have spoken. So, I think we'll be fighting a
A losing battle.
losing battle, and all this has to take place
Okay.
Oh, you mean for the end of the world?
for the end of the world.
Okay,
All has.
gotcha.
So, I mean,
So we might as well just sit back and watch.
you don't have to sit back and watch, but just know
Sit
the
back and talk about it on this podcast.
know the times. Be aware. Be aware.
Maybe.
Maybe what?
Maybe.
Maybe what?
I don't know if I'm willing to
Yeah, because
be such a
yeah,
defeatist.
well,
man.
no. I know what you're saying because look at 1776.
Yeah.
The British rule. They thought they were going to rule everything.
Mm.
Guess what? Middle finger, bro.
Who knows? Anything could happen.
Sure.
But yeah, man.
You know how many good old boys has an arsenal?
That's true.
Quite a few.
A bunch.
Yeah. I think they're aware of that in their plans.
Bunkers. Yeah.
Yep. That's when they put the LSD in the water.
Oh no,
But I mean,
not mind control.
I think you guys think it as it's. You guys think that this is going to be something that's going to happen.
In our next
Yeah,
generation,
and it's
some
going to be
other
something
time.
that we're going to fight. No, it's going to be something that we willingly accept
Yeah.
because we're going to be so full of propaganda, so deprived of like basic essential things to live that we're going to be like, okay,
I'll take the chip.
I'll take the chip.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Or David Icke talks about it in the form of problem, reaction, solution. So like the government will, or the cult will cause a problem, the public will have a reaction to it, and then
they'll solve it.
and then the cult will pitch a solution that advances the agenda. So you see all these banks failing and stuff right now, right? So like maybe that's the problem. There will be a reaction to that problem.
Yeah.
And then central bank digital currencies are
Wow.
pitched.
Sounds like 9/11.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the bullet that kills us. It's going to be that slow.
Like the frog in the pot.
Yeah, it's going to be that dagger that's between the ribs. Yeah,
Don't pull it out.
and don't pull it out,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how you die.
Yeah, there's a
The
lot of
end,
stuff.
let's go home.
There's a lot of stuff going on in like the financial world that's worrisome. I heard they're doing stuff with like mortgages that are like, if you have like a good credit score, they're gonna start making you pay more on your mortgage to subsidize people who have a lower credit score. Have you heard about this?
No.
Yeah, it's like similar to like some of the subprime stuff they were doing in 2008. You know, basically like government trying to have some way to some program to get people into houses that will ultimately end up putting them in a house that they cannot afford. And and then a lot of foreclosures.
I did that too.
You had a foreclosure?
No, I was close.
Oh, okay.
But they got me in the house because...
Was this in 2008?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's what they did. They were like, well, we got to get him in this house. He can't do this on a single mortgage, so we're going to give him two. And they did one single mortgage, which is Fannie Mae, and then they did a balloon note.
Okay.
For like $30,000 of the second mortgage, which kind of covered the cost of the house. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'm in the house. And then so I had to do that balloon note every 5 years. You either pay it off or you got to refinance it. And then 2008 hit, and I was like, oh, we got to get out of here. Yeah. It was close. I had to do this whole refinancing thing, and it was crazy.
Whoa. Okay.
But
I
know what they're talking about when you're mentioning that. The whole mortgage crisis of 2008.
Yeah, a lot of people foreclosed.
Because they were just making up schemes to try to get people in houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them a mortgage.
There's that movie, The Big Short, right?
Yep.
Where they talk about that.
Great movie.
Yep. It's cool.
Fantastic.
Makes it very understandable.
Yeah.
When you watch that and see like what's going on.
That's true.
Well, in good news, North Dakota, they just put a law in the books that keeps sex-specific bathrooms for people of that sex.
That's hateful.
That's good news.
So some people do interpret that as hateful.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So
I mean, somebody's trying to make some good laws. They should keep doing that kind of law with the transgender people in sports.
you see that video that one transgender female that crushed a spike in volleyball and just like hit that girl in the face?
Yeah. And
And-
she's like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
Yeah, she's having like some pretty severe head problems, I guess, like
Yeah.
learning disability
That's
and
not right.
migraines or whatever.
Did you see that one guy that it was a troll, but it still worked? He didn't look like a woman. He was a power lifter, but he went on the women's team and said he was a woman, and he crushed all the women. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
But he looked like a complete man. He was just pretending.
Yeah, he was pretending
But
to
he trolled everybody.
yeah, to show
to
them
show them,
how-
hey, look, y'all are stupid.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you see that?
Yeah,
it
because
was hilarious.
Because everyone's just too polite, dude. Everyone's just like, oh man, I can't say what reality is, otherwise people are gonna think I'm hateful.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I heard recently on the Matt Walsh show, he was talking about that YouTuber Mr. Beast. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has,
And
he has
his
like
friend.
he has like a sidekick who is in like all his videos. I guess I don't watch his stuff, but who has been transitioning, was a married man with kids,
Yeah.
With kids, yeah.
and now they're going through a divorce. And Matt Walsh brought up the point, like his wife can't even like, like hate him for doing this to their family, because if she voices any opinion like that, she's transphobic.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah, and Matt brought out a good point that he actually did a disservice. If that was his friend, he made him or forced him to make a business decision,
Yeah, he did.
and it put him in a hard place, whereas if you were really a friend, you would know what I'm about to do is maybe hinder your business. I'm going to back off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because Beast now has a choice, and he already picked a side. It's either don't let him on the show, which then he would be labeled transphobic, or let him in the show. Then he's gonna get viewers that are gonna not watch his stuff anymore because it's inappropriate.
Which is
because most of the kids watch his show, his stuff.
Which is interesting because he started doing what he was doing to help people. It wasn't about the money. But it seems like it's about the money.
Yeah.
Because if you care about your views dropping, why do you care?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're getting paid. It's about the money. Don't lie.
Right.
It's a good point.
True.
He cares about the money. It's not. I don't think it. I think maybe he like, this is a good way for me to help people and also accumulate money. But now it's to the point where I care about money more than I care about. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. But just,
I think you might be right. He could be lost in the sauce.
yeah.
You know.
What I like to say, sauce to the tits.
Yeah.
Mm.
There you go.
Not the tits.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Matt Walsh, you hear he got hacked?
He did get hacked. Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
He got
His
SIM
Twitter-
swapped.
Yeah, his SIM swapped and his Twitter got hacked. So whoever hacked him started putting out some vile, disgusting stuff on Twitter, posing as him, of course, because it was his account. He had to shut that down. He's had all kind of death threats.
Yeah.
He's had to get physical armed security at his house.
Yep.
Dude, we were just talking about
It's
that credit
crazy.
thing, and my buddy just sent me that
Oh no, your credit score?
about the mortgages.
Oh,
What did he send you?
Yeah. Well, Mike was just talking about the high credit score.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yep.
They're listening.
They are listening.
Absolutely.
Anyway, he got hacked and it was pretty bad.
Yeah, dude, it sucks that people were like celebrating it too, just because they like disagree with him politically or on the transgender issue. That they're like, this is a good thing that he's been hacked.
Right. And they also said there's been people that posted on Twitter that I want to kill you.
Yeah.
And like their tweets said it, they don't get taken down.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Double standard.
Mm-hmm.
It's very strange. Anyway,
Yeah.
that is very strange because I want to kill Matt Walsh. It's weird that like, oh, you're promoting violence or you're promoting whatever. When you say things, it's violent and then we're going to deplatform you or whatever. But the other side can say stuff like is really violent and nothing happens.
Right. Yeah. And just doing all sorts of weird stuff. Like he went and spoke at my alma mater recently and like
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did. And
Oh, that was where he was at.
yeah, and they like dumped a whole bunch of marbles in the hallway to like
I heard about that.
try and get people to like trip and fall and do all these other
What are
things.
they in what do they think this is a cartoon?
They think this is, like
Circus?
yeah, seriously, they think this is like Home Alone or something.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, they like heated up the doorknobs.
Stop.
Yeah. Put like, a paint can on a rope
Yeah.
that's gonna
Oh my
swing
gosh.
down.
There was like a fan with some feathers on it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the custodian is probably just at the end of the hallway watching them dump the marbles, and it's just like, wow,
Oh, gosh.
great. Can't wait to clean all this up, guys. Thanks.
Oh man, we need to ship all those people to like, I don't know, just a country that
Some
has
country.
to
And it's
work.
always that side.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, if you see, I don't know, name me anybody that's like, give me an equivalent of a Matt Walsh on the left.
An equivalent of him?
Yeah, what's,
Rachel Maddow.
Okay, say she's speaking at an event.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get tons of people coming out throwing marbles and hateful and protest?
No.
You see what I'm saying? It's weird.
Because the people who are on the opposing side from her believe in free speech.
Yeah.
That's one of the big differences.
Like us, like me.
Yeah, we're
Like,
not.
I don't care. Go do what you want to do.
Yeah. Like, we don't, try and take down someone's ability to assemble and speak their thoughts.
And we live in reality.
Yeah.
We don't live in this fairy tale that they live in.
That's a
Fantasy land.
Yeah, that's why the left is getting so dangerous, is because they don't even want to debate their ideas anymore. They want to basically say that whatever they're interested in, like let's say trans rights, is now sacrament, and anything against this, we don't even need to debate it anymore because you're just a transphobe if you disagree with me on the issue.
Yeah.
And people,
Yeah, you have to affirm and agree with what I'm standing on.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, people's rights are getting taken away. It's like, well, we haven't agreed that that's a right. What you're saying is a right.
No, we haven't at all.
Yeah, we have not at all. So that's where we're ending it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, we're typically our last couple of shows been like an hour and 17 minutes, but
What are we at now?
I think we've been down the rabbit hole.
108.
I think we've been down the rabbit hole quite a few times.
It's good.
Not sure if anybody got anything out of this episode, but I know I did.
Yeah, they're fun.
It's fun to sit back and actually not have to do some research on stuff
yeah.
because it is time consuming and but it is what it is, and we'll be back. I don't know what's coming up next week, but guys, thanks so much for listening. on Spotify. You keep our Spotify counts going up. The people that are subscribing and following on Spotify, appreciate that. And on Apple, all of our platforms, the growth is going up for followers and subscribers. So appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you're listening on YouTube, Rumble, and BitChute, and you like this episode, please share, subscribe, leave a comment. And if you're listening on any of the other podcasting platforms, please follow and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode when we publish an episode. If you did not like this episode, I thank you for listening this long because we went down the rabbit hole. Tune in next week when you might hear Jason say,
"Divided we stand."
I like that.
Yeah.